The two-day retreat for legislators and key policy makers for improved nutrition in focal states of Kaduna, Lagos, Niger, Nasarawa and Kano is with the theme mainstreaming nutrition into Nigeria's development agenda. The role of legislators was geared toward improving nutrition and curtailing malnutrition in the country. Organized by the civil society Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria in partnership with Alive and Thrive and Save the Children International, the program seeks to promote understanding of current nutrition situation in the 5 focal states, as well as ascertain the level of investment and performance in order to take action on the way forward. In a remark, the Executive Secretary, Civil Society Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria, Mrs. Beatrice Eluaka, explained that the retreat was aimed at securing the commitment of the State Assembly for improved domestic investment in high-impact, low-cost intervention as captured in the State's Plan of Action in the 2020 annual budget.
To bring them together to discuss the issues of nutrition, particularly as they relate to funding and releases of budgeted funds for implementation of nutrition programs.
The retreat featured presentation of nutrition situation, nutrition budget performance, among others, just as the nutrition officers in all the 5 focal states highlighted some challenges hindering effective implementation of their activities in their respective states. Shortly after the event, Deputy Speaker, Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Nehemias Nsedandora, and the Director of Planning, Ministry of Finance, Budget and Planning, Mr. Isa Abdul Osama, assured of the state's commitment toward improving budgetary allocation to nutrition in the states.
Just imagining how I can come up with a bill, even if there is nothing I can do, to see how the state would take malnutrition as a very, very serious emergency.
I think we have the capacity as the state coordinating unit of nutrition to engage the legislators to actually ensure that budget lines that were created from Ministry of Budget and Planning are actually accepted by the legislators, and also engage the executive to ensure that there is timely release of this money for the implementation of this program on nutrition services.
Legislators and other key stakeholders from the focal states were engaged on discussion in respect to nutrition performance in their states, where they pledged to put in their best in the fight against malnutrition.
This issue by seeing how best we can ginger the state government to intensify their efforts in supporting this cause in the way of funding. I think I will liaise with the appropriation chairman who is here, and we see what we can do in terms of the budgetary allocation to this aspect.
Hitherto, I have never known the devastation that it has been causing. Believe I have never, in person, I have never, and now that I have known, and particularly stunting that is caused by malnutrition, again, alarmingly to me, I know it is irreversible. It is irreversible. So to say that it's a thing that requires a fire-brigade approach is just an understatement.
Supposed to engage relevant and key stakeholders at the community level for them to see the danger and the need for them to act and support the process.
I observed that in all the presentation, one of the obstacles experienced by most of the states is the non-release of funds. We in the Assembly, we can only approve what is brought to us. So the best way to address the issue of non-release is perhaps by extending the advocacy to the wives of the governors, apart from the governors forum.
Beyond the releases, and they've sent something very, very critical, which also the Permanent Secretary Planning from the other state yesterday is the releases, as it has to be seriously monitored. It has to be seriously monitored, even if we get it in phases like other speakers have advised us.
From Ibom Hotel in Oyo, Akwa Ibom State, I am Abari Isa reporting for NBS News.